G'day, lads. Welcome back to the One Eyed Pod. Big week. Big week. What round was it?
8. Oh, no,
Round
it was round 9. My apologies, yeah.
round nine. I know we say big week every single week, but this actually it was a roller coaster of emotion.
Yes, I mean, Nick Dacos fucked it for everyone. We spoke about it on the pod, Andy v Nick. We we should have just, soon as that Dacos VC, we should have known that we were just cooked to begin with. But it was just like I own Clark. He popped off, so it was giving me false hope about this week. When you just want that VC score locked away on that first 2 nights, don't you? And it's
Yeah.
been challenging the last few weeks, hasn't it?
If you don't have
Not for
Gorn, it's
you.
been challenging.
Not
Yeah.
for you. Yeah.
I'm slapping it on Gorn and getting to plus 150s.
What
But
his scoring does not matter. I mean, he is the GOAT. I'll be honest, he is the GOAT,
it's
but
very influential, all of his possessions, though.
yeah, and that's fine. I'm just watching him just going, fuck, please. Like, I don't think I'll ever. I've the big three: Butters, Bont, and Gorn. You got to have 2 of them. I think you got to skip one. Like, unless you're in maybe your position where you've got Cherry now, so you're able to try and figure out how to get all these players in. But I think the cash is going dry, as we've witnessed with a few of the rookies that we're trying to trade in and just traded in. But yeah, it's very dicey. I think about just holding. I mean, not holding, getting these players in your team.
Yeah.
Like,
And should you fill out your team first, or should you try and get these
I'm
people?
of the opinion now to try. Like, for me, I bought Neil this week, and I was like, why didn't I just get a 520k player? Just try and get those bargain. And there's plenty this week that we'll chat about. But
There were a
like
lot though that the first 520k, because I was looking at them and
Dawson, no,
all of them were duds besides Clark.
yep, and Dunkley was 520.
Dunkley, sorry. Dunkley and Clark were the only ones, and
and
they were the only ones I was considering. But
and I looked at Sinclair before the Friday night game and Nas, but it's just there's so many players around that price. It's like we said last week, it's marginal, like whether you hit it or not. But I think you want to try and fill your team out with sort of. I don't think you can spend big. I don't think it's unless you've got
not at the moment,
yeah
unless you've got Marek, Ned Long,
yeah. Don't get me
Vice,
started on
Trainer,
Marek.
Reed. Like, you hit them all.
I mean, that was my question, and we may as well just get onto it now. That guy is the biggest miss that both of us didn't get him. I think I
know.
traded Whitfield in, and I regret, even though Whitfield is averaging a 120, I kind of regret just not going Marek because I think he is F6 material.
We've
I
got him
really
in our
do.
pod team.
Beautiful. I mean, that I don't have access to that team, and I can't even say I don't know. I can't even. It's not even in our one-eyed pod league that we have, which you haven't even joined either.
I haven't joined,
but
it.
I wouldn't mind just seeing our pod team and go, fuck, all right. Well, at least
It's
this is
gone
doing
back
well.
up. We're in the top 1,000 now. So
Beautiful.
Yeah, we go.
But no, I think, can you trade him in this week? That was my question. Notes for the pod today. I've tossed and turned in regards to. He's 457. He's, that's the role is his, and apparently McGovern's head issues are like he's been knocked out. He's had concussions issues in the past. That's what I'm trying to say. So the role is his, and I'm just watching this guy, and I'm like, holy shit! I'm pretty sure he's only scored under 90 once. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong. I haven't got the scores with me right now, but he's looked so good. Can you do it?
I don't think you trade him in. I think you've missed it.
It's so painful. 472k against St Kilda, but
I think you've missed the boat.
It's not the St Kilda of old though. But yeah, just looking at his scores, if it loads for me,
he's gone
he's
80, 84, 91,
Oh, so
87, 131, and a 126.
Yeah, and he had a 72 in there too. I'm looking at the right ones.
Yeah, but we're looking at after he went 123, and then that's when
Yep,
everyone brought him
that's
in.
when it's 88, 84. Solid scores, man. Massive miss, massive miss. And he's just got that aura about him, you know. His hair, just a cheap kick. It would be just great to watch him just going, what a pig. But
Mid-season draft, what a story.
yes, and I'm pretty sure he's second to Lukey boy Ryan for kick-ins. I'm pretty sure he's played on from kick-ins 49 or 51 times or something like that. So literally
Really?
every single time he goes, all right, I'll just walk a little bit that way. I remember he took 2 steps, like two sideward steps to play on, and
Have
then
you heard
kick.
about him? Have you heard him talk about it?
No,
So he
no.
plays SuperCoach as well.
You're an idiot. Oh,
He
Merrick,
was on
you're
a
an idiot.
podcast and he was like, "I've got myself in SuperCoach," or something like that, and loves it. So he's like, "Oh, everyone buy me, like I'm gonna do him a solid and stuff." That's what he's saying.
Well, I was listening to a video, shout out to DR, but he's somehow because Caminiti plays Supercoach as well, and I think
Mhm.
he told he told DR to wait a week on Boxall, just like, and I didn't hear wind of this at all. I wish I sort of had known that before, but it's pretty obvious trading him in now. Like, why would
Mm.
we trade this bloke in? But I was like, bloody hell! Like, there's so many people playing Supercoach. Josh Giddey, like, there's
Yeah.
just Supercoach fanatics out there.
Lots of them play. What's his face?
Mitchell used to love it.
Uh, they went through the Adelaide or Port Adelaide after the game, like their rooms, and they were asking like, "What do you reckon you're winning your Supercoach scores?" And then some of them were saying they don't play, and then
Mm.
others were like, "Oh, ask such and such." They check their stats every single time. Like they try to get the highest possible scores.
I wonder who does that. I would say
Mate, I'd be watching the fuck out of my scores, going, "Fuck, sub 90, fuck."
they do it in the EPL a lot. I know you don't play fantasy Premier League, but they transfer out players that are injured, like from
Mm,
their team, and then like literally not the day, like the minute after the deadline when the teams are closed, there's no rolling lockout. They're like, for example, Mo Salah traded out Trent
yeah,
Alexander Arnold, and then they're just like, fuck me. Well, he's definitely out.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
everyone loves it. Everyone loves it. But nah, one of those weeks where I think, well, I've got. Did you trade out Daniel?
No,
What a problem that bloke is, mate. What a
oh, he's a
fall from
problem now.
grace. What a fall from grace. We
I don't
thought he
know.
was a keeper. I traded him out, but uh, there's plenty of options out there, to be honest. But like Hardeman, I don't think we properly went in depth. We just briefly spoke about it. But as the week went on, we were talking about it and we're like, well, Sheasel's back there. Hardeman's got his role. There's just, his scoring potential becomes worse and worse. But he had a not, I didn't watch the game on Sunday, Twilight Sunday. So
I watched it.
he was he was way worse than he usually is.
Non-existent. I didn't even think at one point I checked multiple times to see if he was injured. I was like, "Is he playing?" And then like I saw his bloody helmet going around. And then at one point he actually was injured. Went off with the blood rule. It came back on, but he didn't get near it for over a half. I saw him get maybe one touch.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think he's a definite trade out. I don't know why people are saying some people on Twitter say like, oh, upgrade around. Yeah, you can upgrade around. One of my friends that I play basketball with, he traded out Chera instead of Daniel because he thought
Mm.
Daniel would have more top six potential. And I was just like, I'm not riding this pick. I can see it. It's already declining. Where Chera, he got moved, but at least he scored 30 in a
You
quarter.
were very skeptical though as well. Like at the start, you were like Chera or Daniel. So I can see why someone would go with Chera over Daniel.
Yeah.
But fuck,
I just
he's just annoying.
just quickly, people are also considering it trading out Chera. I'm considering because I think Matt Carroll's going to come back in. So lucky for people that have Carroll because he looks like he might make cash. I know he's gone mid 80s for 3 weeks in a row, but after his bye, he's got West Coast, North, Port, Collingwood. So like those 4 games, he should be back, and then he's one of those players that is gets soreness pretty easily. I don't know if I'll flip him on my buy, but I mean, we'll see how he goes. Hopefully, he's not playing half back because he looked excellent in that first quarter.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I
Anyway,
don't. Would you trade him?
I've got bigger issues at the moment, I think.
But if you could,
If I had no issues at all and I could trade Chera, put
yeah,
him up to someone else, and then also boost and get another primo as well, so I'm not sidewaysing
yeah,
for 1 week, I would.
yeah,
Because the last thing you want to do is just trade Chera that week and then you're behind.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway, should I
Did,
jump onto
did,
my team?
yeah, sure.
So this week I went 24.59. I
Yep.
went back 39 spots, which I was so fucking stoked with that I just held ground. Like I must have just hit basically exact on par for 250 rank, um, which is great for me. I remember telling you at the start of the round that I thought I was going to drop
Wasn't even at the start.
thousands.
It was like Saturday night at like
Yeah,
halfway through. So near the end. Not, I would say it's more near
halfway
the end of the
through.
round.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
it was close to near
It
the
was
end.
halfway through the Saturday night football where I was like, oh, my round is dusted here. And I remember telling you on Friday, like, it's just one of those rounds where I'm just going to try scrape through. And it did scrape through in the end. I ended up hitting a Gaunt C Sherry with that 186. Like, and I was
Debut.
contemplating whether to bring him in or not this week, but so
Have to.
happy I did.
Would you bring him in this week?
Nah, he's about to hit 700K.
I don't think he'll go below 700 for a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm so happy that I jumped on just in time. Like I just scraped through. I could not believe it.
Mm.
Um, what's Imagine of the week has to go.
I'm going to be pissed off if you steal mine again because you stole it last time.
Imagine of the week.
Yeah. And it's Stallion as well, but I've got
Yeah,
my own Stallion now. So,
I gotta go. Imagine of the week. Sam Mitchell.
yeah. Well, mine was going to be Husbate, so fair.
Oh, okay, well,
No,
I'll make
no.
okay.
Just
It's Sam Mitchell
we may as
because
well have a rant each on.
he just fucking like I don't understand the logic why he did this. Like, why did he take off Husway? Like they didn't get any further ahead or further behind. Nothing changed in the game. He wasn't even playing bad. Huswaite was playing great.
He was good in the second quarter, and they were. This is what another thing for Sam Mitchell. Why was he playing ruck? I don't think you might have been working, but he was playing ruck a few times.
Really?
Yes.
Like he's a gun. I wish the Pies had him because we would actually play him.
Would he be better than Long?
100%.
Oh, come on. He's
Mate, he
played
hasn't,
one
had, he
bad
hasn't had
game.
an opportunity.
Yeah, he's played one
Huswaite's a
bad game
pig.
Long, and you just want
No,
him.
Long is really good, but Huswaite is also very good. Like the different players. Huswaite's an accumulator,
Mm.
and Long's a fucking picks up the ball on the ground and just handballs it to open space in front of him and gets an ineffective disposal.
Well, I was going to mention this, but I don't have it on hand. But they're swinging the axe a bit. Hawthorn. I know Lloyd Meeks out. I know Lloyd Meeks out. I know Luke Brewster's getting rested. I know they've brought Mackenzie.
Lloyd Meeker's out.
Yeah.
He's
So
got dropped.
no, he's just having a rest because it's they're planning Darwin. I think they've just sort of. But I'm pretty sure Cam Mackenzie's playing, and there's one more. They're not playing, but they've been brought into the squad. So I'm feeling like Huswaite may be dropped to be a sub, and I really hope it doesn't because we would just all Nash is back next week. So really, there's only one more week for Huswaite to, prove himself. Otherwise, he's, got the ass. So it's like,
He's a good player as well. Like, remember last year? He was good. Like, and he's good in the VFL too. I don't understand sometimes how the AFL works. Maybe we're just missing something.
I think they're a stacked team though. That in regards to the midfield,
Mm,
but yeah, I think he should try and request a trade. I'm just trying to get the news up in the middle.
in the middle of that. Stallion of the week. And it's going to be a different one. Not going to be the obvious Tristan Cherry 186 or Max Gore 142 captain or Eddie Richards 127. It's going to be Jason Horn Francis going
Oh,
118 in 3 quarters.
so what happened at quarter time? That was the message you sent me saying your round's over.
118 in 3 quarters. I decided to just put my emotion aside and just watch both the games. You
Yep.
know, I was like, fuck this, my round's over. At least let me enjoy watching Ed Richards just fucking dominate. So I was watching Ed and then I was like, if JHF comes back here, he's going to have to score at least a 40 to 50 point quarter. And he just fucking bangs out a 40-point quarter in the second quarter with a goal at the very end.
I just want to. I'm just going back on your Magic. I'm quite surprised you didn't include Ben Patton in there. What a what
What
a
my loop,
hold! What
my
a
playing,
hold!
my
What a
playing
hold!
loop. Ben
Jesus
Patton,
Christ!
mate. That's the last time he'll see an AFL field.
I knew it was like, but like I knew the pick was like curtains once he basically just kicked the ball like it was the worst kick I've ever seen into the forward 50. I think I don't know how many kicks Ben Patton had. Obviously not much because he had six.
He was
But
tagging. He was tagging.
yeah, they moved him off him. That's why Bice did so bad is because they
Yeah,
swapped.
Bice went to him.
Yeah, but
Fuck
no, he
hell.
was just kicking it to Reed, and so Reed was clunking it.
Anyway, yeah, but that's good trades for this week. I'm in absolute shambles for trades. I don't really know what I'm going to do. I've toiled with this. This just feels disgusting as a trade. Like it feels like I'm burning so much cash here and not really getting much out of it.
Mm.
And I am.
I'd be tempted give for your structure, unless you are getting a defender. I'd be tempted to keep Bice.
Keep Bice.
Oh well, you got Sinclair now, so
Yeah. I think I go like this, and then so this is literally the only trade that I can do. Not I can do that I've got, and I just feel like it doesn't present much value with these three players that have kind of cash on their heads.
mm. Especially when both can go 80 to 90.
Yeah,
But I'll
I
get on
want
to
to keep
Warner in a
Long.
minute.
I would love to keep Long.
I would love
Uh,
to as well. I've been looking at that, but it's not possible, unfortunately. There's not much people with cash on their head.
what do you think about Archer Daywicks or Daywicks 99k?
Another
Uh,
Boxall. Just wait. Don't go early on him. I the only thing about appealing about him is that what was I going to say? The mid forward DPP. That would be probably handy for you. Just swinging and probably being able to swing Ashcroft up or something like that. But I feel like we can wait a week. Um, but the thing is, right, I've been looking and we'll get onto the trade ins in a minute. It feels like there'll be a lot of trade ins next week, like rookie wise.
mm.
It's just this week is, slim picking. So I'd kind of, I, yeah, I'm kind of reserved going one early on some players, but I think Sard's the pick. But I don't know I don't think Day Weeks one game, Jed Buse one game, Simpson from Freo one game. Like, it's really, it's risky. You're risking a dead bench, I think, if you go on Day
Mm.
Weeks.
Because then I'd have two dead rookies down here.
Well, look at all of them, mate. I'll name all the dead rookies on there's only one, no, one, two. There's only two alive rookies on your bench. You know what I mean?
Hey, leave him alone, all right?
I mean, you told me to just give a couple of days until Huswaite and Boxall have not got the green
They're not
tick.
they're not dead yet. Not dead just yet.
They're dead, mate.
Um,
Boxall's dead. He's dead.
You'll be back. Don't worry.
I
Patton came
hope.
back. Look how good he is. But what do you like? I don't really have any other options. Like I can get rid of Limsey, but he's still making cash.
Yeah,
Um,
I wanted to get rid of Lindsay last week, and all it takes is one good score. Like you gotta just you know, Long's been good, Bice has been good also. But
I think Long will go big again. I think he'll go. come good. I think he'll do a good week.
Yeah, but I think, but aren't you just going to trade him next week? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, who else
Well,
is?
not if he goes 100.
Yeah, yeah.
If he
If he,
starts kicking goals again, because we've got so many players out and he's kind of got the good role in there. He's just had one bad game.
yeah. Well, Frio's midfield dominated us. So, like, they literally dominated us at centre clearance, killed us.
And we've got Nick Dacos faking injuries. So what
And
else is going to.
Pennels does help Ned Long. Like, just he can clear it. He can provide that clearance. But the other
I don't
thing
have
as
any other
well,
options anyway.
the other thing as well, Chris just had the best game of his life. I wish he did that in my team last year. But 169 or 100 something. So
Mm,
every single time they were just like, all right, hit the ball to Chris, and Ned Long's just like playing a defensive sort of um, game. So yeah, I don't mind the hold or trade. I don't mind either way.
yeah. And like I could do this way as well and bank some cash. Um,
Yeah.
and then keep Daniel. I just miss Chad then, you know.
Yeah, I think Chad's very good, but he sat in the forward line for half a game, but still scored a 93. But I think he's top six, so I think you have to get rid of Daniel though. Like I would be leaning towards getting rid of Daniel before Bice. Um, I think that's a play.
Really.
He sucks, man. He's look. I know what will happen. You'll trade him out, and then you'll blame me because he ends up pinging a 120. But I've seen it. I've seen enough from him. I don't think he's a keeper, so why not capitalize on someone else?
Yeah.
Um,
It's a
yeah,
tough pill to swallow of my trades this week. It's the first week where I'm actually a little bit stumped. I normally have like a pretty solid exact plan,
well,
but I
you're in my world, brother.
do you want to jump
I'll
onto your team?
I'll I'll show you the ropes of just being unpredictable and having 12 plans and just fucking buggering every one of them.
I know you always have like 100 different plans. So like, how could you possibly have
No,
any
well,
clarity through this?
this was probably the oh no, that's actually cap because I had a lot of plans last week, and I think
You have a lot of plans every week.
yeah, I know I should keep it simple. Um, this week I just left I left a massive score on the table, which is so unfortunate. I went up 166 ranks, so I'm at a nothing rank at 3K. Some would say that's all right, but I just feel like I could be charging, and I'm just not charging at the moment. And it's been
It's a
one of
bit of a
those.
no man's land, isn't it?
Yeah, I only need a couple big weeks though, which is that's all I need. And I am a primo ahead, I think. But I mean, just starting off with the C there. Sorry, can you see my screen?
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So Neil captain. I went against my word, but at the end of the day, I was gonna have to captain Cherry or Neil, and it's just true. There's every time there's a late game that I'm cursed. I can't get the good pick. Like it's actually a thing. So I think
It is.
so I gotta stop doing it. But I thought Neil Merritt took the piss, no tag. Um Cherry restrictive ruckman in Oscar McInerney or whatever his name is. I thought, why not just try and climb the ranks with Neil? He's traded in this week for I think I used Bison Flynn for Neil. In hindsight, I should have just banked the 60K and got Dunkley and Captain Cherry, but I really just blame Boxall really because to trade Daniel out, it allowed me to get Warner. So I needed a 113K player. If I had known Sard was playing, I would have just gone Sard instead of Boxall. And then I was just angry the whole week at Boxall, and I really just didn't. I was like, all right, well, Neil will be the best pick. And now I wish it was just a Dunkley instead, or I could have just got everyone, but I think Neil will bounce back. It's been 2 weeks in a row where my pick hasn't worked, my trade in, and then the following week, like Jordan Clark, he's my stallion, 146. So maybe it's just one of those ones. I'm the next Tim Mitchell, just trading in players, doing shit, and then they just end up being absolute stallions. But I don't think that Tim
Hey,
Mitchell has good players.
For anyone out there, Tim Mitchell is trading in Sinclair this week, so
Well, he traded in Chad and he killed Chad.
he's
He
trading
didn't
in.
kill Chad.
Uh, Tim Mitchell is going. I think I saw Wanganimilero and Sinclair.
I love that. I do love the two St Kilda boys. I traded in Chad. I thought Chad was on 11 at quarter time, similar to JHF.
Mm.
Mate, I'm actually so happy I own him. He is so fun to watch. He just takes on everyone. So it was just like, oh God, like this is a disaster. Because he gave away a free kick, and then a 50, and then it was a goal.
Questionable 50 though.
They were doing that. That was one of my things. I'll get onto it after my team.
Mm-hmm.
These fucking umpires, they're ruining my game that I love. But nah, so Warner 93, I think he's top 6, so I'm happy with that trade in and straight swap for Daniel. So I feel like I made progress there. The Magin was going to be Boxall, but I might save it. I'm just trying to the Magin. So I was speaking to you pre the Richmond West Coast game, and we both had a conversation about Hewitt v Ashcroft, just in case Ashcroft's sub. And one of my other mates swapped Hewitt on field, so I was like asking you for advice, and I didn't think like, how did Hewitt just score in 33? Like I love Hewitt, and he's broken my heart big time because how has like these marginal calls have fucked my rank completely. Like even if I had Ashcroft, I would have maybe went up 200 more spots. But
How crazy. Like we were saying this last week, how SuperCoach is literally a game of like it's not the big things that get you there. It's the tiny little players like
yeah,
Ashcroft on field.
well,
Or
all I wanted was this could have been much worse than it was. He was on like 50 at halftime. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, surely he slows down, and thankfully he slowed down. Slowed down.
Yeah, he went backwards in the last quarter.
Beautiful. Keep going, Ashcroft. I was wishing it all came, to be honest. But like, I don't. Next time, you just risk Ashcroft because he's on field for all the other people. So like, there's no loss. So I guess I can say, that was my error, but just Lockie Neal, like I didn't watch the game because I was out, but he had a 3-man tag going on, wasn't it? Something ridiculous.
No, he didn't.
Did he? No. So who was he getting tagged by?
Luke Parker was running with him for a little bit.
Yep. And then
but Luke Parker was killing him.
I thought he was tagged.
It wasn't. I wouldn't call it a tag. It was more like a running with thing. He kind of looked a little bit disinterested at points until the last quarter when he just like turned on and was like,
Thank God he did, to be honest. Thank God he did. Like, oh my. So you're telling me he was on like 30 at 3/4 time?
Yeah, he wasn't on much at all. I'll try to get it up here.
That's all right.
Game stats.
Whilst you're looking, my stallion has got to be Jordan Clark with the 146. Like, bloody hell, this guy. I take back what I said last week. I think he's a genuine top 6 chance.
Genuinely like the guy now.
Yeah, I don't think there's much else. I think just the big one is Roberts. Do you hold or sell?
Matt Roberts?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've heard a lot of people asking, on Twitter saying
if you're trading out Matt Roberts is something that you can do in your team right now, then fucking trade out Matt Roberts. But if you, I couldn't even begin to
he had
consider him as an option.
He had 26 touches and 6 turnovers. Like, if he had 3 turnovers, he'd be looking at a 90, 95. And that's perfectly fine as a D6. Like, at the end of the day, I think I feel like, I've been saying it all week to you, but I think Zach Reed is a primo. And I kind of want a loop want keeping Stone and getting that extra defender as well and keeping Reed. We'll see how it all plans out with Ridley back. But I think you could maybe loop Reed and Roberts, but it just depends on how the trade works and how many injuries you get and all that kind of stuff. But I think Roberts is a perfectly fine D6. I don't think I'm not worried
It
about the pick.
depends on his role because at the moment his role is very inflated.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, look at it. Sorry to interrupt. Lockie Neal. This is the
yeah,
DFS that has the player who got tagged every week.
yeah.
It says it normally won't even come up, but it says Lockie Neal didn't get tagged, but just never got into the game.
Oh, that's even worse, Neil. You fucking. He had. Sorry, this is. I've probably should have started with this. He had an 145 average against North. That's why I
Wow.
traded him in. 140. Mate, if you're looking there and you're doing the same analysis, you go, mate, that is a good trading. And what does he do? He scores an 81. He's going to lose cash, mate. He's
I
going
think
to lose
it's
cash.
Mate, I think it's fucking funny as that you go onto the North Melbourne thing and it has the before tagged by Phillips, Clayton Oliver, Adam Trelaw tagged by Phillips, Heaney tagged by Parker, and it just has who tagged. And then this isn't even a tag. He just had that shit of a game that they just put his name there and go, no tag, just didn't get into the flow
They
of the
had to
game.
clarify, did they?
Yeah. That's funny as fuck.
um, I'm liking how you're enjoying yourself so much.
Thanks.
Um,
Go on, show us your trade.
I think the trades will be. I think Sard's got to come in. I really wish. Um, I really wish I went Sandy Brock or just so I wasn't trapped or even Fonzie, but I couldn't do it. Like it facilitated every move, so it just happens. This kind of fucking luck stuff in Supercoach. But I think he's a very good trade in. And then I think Cleary can go, and I'm trying to sort of banking on Hewitt's got that role, so maybe he has a chance to just, I don't know, maybe make a little bit more cash until next week, or I don't know what to expect with this guy. Um, he dropped a 33 on my head against Richmond of all teams. I could go Sinclair like this, or I could just go. Where am I going here? Get Dunkley, but I was actually looking at his good run is coming to an end, Josh Dunkley, but Josh Dunkley is him. So there's a multiple picks really. Dunkley, Holmes, who else around that price? There's a few. I had them written down. Dunkley, Holmes, Sinclair
Nick
is a big
Martin.
one. Nick Martin. Even if I got rid of Hewitt,
Green.
if I got rid of Hewitt, I could get Green instead.
Mhm.
But I feel like Cleary is more of a trade out than Hewitt. Do you agree?
I have no read on it.
Yeah, I just I think you're in simple terms you going Cleary who's a half forward, who Hewitt who is in the guts, like
Yeah.
which for me it's you choose the person in the guts. I did toy with this trade, um, and you can call me stupid. I'm all for it. How did I work this out? Was Sard and Hewitt? Whoops, maybe it's not. I'll have to work it out. But it was a trade to bring my boy, my man that I have pumped up all year, but preseason, Matthias Philippou at F6.
You're gonna bring the poo in.
I can't remember how I did it. I think it might have cost me Stone. And um, what are your thoughts on? And it was bring the poo in and keep Ned Long. So I'll have to
Oh,
work it out.
I would love to see another week on the poo.
That I'm the same. So stop being stupid. And I think the thing is, right now you got Holmes, Sinclair, all the players that we mentioned. They're at their lowest point right now, and we'll get on to the rookies in a minute. But all the others, there's not going to be much value better than this week. I feel like everyone's at a good price. I think Sinclair's the best one to be honest. But yeah, that's what I'm sort of. I'll just put a
I think Sinks is the best option as well.
very popular.
everyone's going him, it really reeks of dud pick because
Yeah.
everyone's going to go
You
him.
go on because you share your screen, but I think I think you sort of wanted to raise regarding just like, and it goes back to you just said before, everyone just going the popular pick, which has been
Mm,
pretty common, and that's why I went Neil. Really, is because he would have been a popular trade in, but everyone was trading in those 520 guys. But
yeah, I was saying midweek that like every week there's like this narrative or this story of the best player to get in and the best everyone needs to be doing this, and you just get so caught up in it that you don't look sideways at all the other things that you could be doing.
mm,
And it's like, oh, I've got to get. I'm gonna be. Oh, you get like FOMO, like trade FOMO. Like, oh my god, everyone's gonna have sinks, and I won't have him. But like for example, this week nobody went Clark last week, and Clark went 150.
yeah.
Nobody went.
But who's
Nobody's
going
been
Clark?
going Tom.
Who's going Clark at a 140 break even? Or I think
Nobody's.
that's what it was.
But this it doesn't
130.
matter. Like nobody's going.
Mm,
Everyone just looks at the main option and just goes them. And sometimes it's a fucking you get sucked in and it fucks you over. Like
I,
remember when everyone was going hot for Bailey Dale and I was like, don't fucking do
yeah.
Bailey Dale.
Well, Sinclair, I think. Well, I watched the game. I think in the last half, he was mostly mid and then like a power forward, not power forward, but I mean just a like trying to get like kicked a couple of snags, one of those forward mids. That's what I'm trying to say. Which
Mm,
is that the role that we love Sinclair in? That's my.
no. I love Sinclair,
I
just a
would much rather
half-backed
Nas.
pig.
I would
I
much
would
rather Nas.
much rather Nas, but Nas is 550k.
Yeah. Because he was on about 40 at quarter time, Nas, and then he got an
Nas,
injury.
yeah, and he plays the half-back pig role,
Mm.
rotates into the mid and pushes. He's like the
Rarely as well, rarely.
yeah, he's the penetrating kick that hits up a forward target. So he gets those inside 50 points. He gets those score assist points. He's just I feel like if you can afford it, Nas is a better pick than Sinclair.
Yeah. The other names that I had, you may as well go on DFS, but the Nick Martin is an interesting pick, but we've been burnt by Martin last year.
I'm gonna
Like,
go Nick Martin. Have you seen this DFS change, by the way?
oh really?
Yeah, I hate it. Anyway, continue. It's fucking horrible to the people who made
Well,
DFS.
he's playing backline in the last 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure, or three.
Yeah, I don't know how to read this, so I can't help you.
Well, just go to his heat map in the where, yeah, or is it completely
It's
changed?
here. It's over here
Oh,
now on the
yeah, yeah,
left. Yeah.
yeah.
And you can click their thing and look at highlights. Anyway, so this is his.
What? So you're telling me I could have watched Boxall highlights? I couldn't find him.
No. It brings up the game highlights. Sorry.
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, but look at this heat map. Like he's just fully in the defensive zone.
And how
Um,
many weeks has he done that?
I think three.
Oh, there's another one. And no, this one's not that role. This
So
is like a
2
wing.
weeks. But it
2
isn't
weeks.
that well, Ridley's meant to come back, so
2 weeks he's played halfback, and then he's gone a 98 and a 145. And
mm,
they pumped Sydney, by the way. They're not pumping the team every week.
yeah. They're versing Richmond this week though.
No,
Are they?
he smells like a
Oh,
trap.
next week they do. It's yeah, next week they do.
I'm not trading Nick Martin in. Anyone can trade Nick Martin in. He can get fucked, honestly.
I
What
I
are your
still
thoughts on
like
it?
him. I mean I like him, but it's true. Like we're talking about all these, F6 or Chad Warner's top six, for example. They're the same price. You would prefer Chad. Um,
100%.
there's multiple really that you could choose. It's over probably Nick, but I still like him. I think he's a pod. That's what I'm trying to say. Like you're asking who the other options are. Um, I was just getting my notes up for other people to talk about, but I the other one as well. Speaking on forwards is Jimmy Peatling. Like this guy is this is why I wanted him last year because he gets the role, and then somehow Matthew Nicks wants to fucking be a terrorist basically, and just say, I know what your best position is, but I'm just going to try you somewhere else, and we'll let Matt Crouch just basically run the show. When we know Crouchy boy he's been a stallion, but maybe the team is better if Matt Crouch is out of the team. And what's happened? Peatling has had, I think, 2 games in the gut. So I don't know how much percentage DFS. Um, but he's turned up twice.
Sorry, someone just tried to call me, Pete.
You're right. He's turned up twice, and CBAs are there, and he's making ranking go forward a little bit more.
Yeah, which is the most annoying thing in the world because ranking is suffering.
But I don't.
He's so lucky to get that score, that 98 ranking.
Oh, I watched it. I was
Mate, when he kicked those 2 goals, I was nearly out of my seat.
What a snag! What a snag!
Anyway,
do you like this pick or not?
no,
I've always loved Peatling.
no, I don't like this pick.
This,
I think you'd been a little bit too niche.
yeah, I think he'll make. How much cash would he even make anyway? Like he's 411 with a negative 18 break even, I think.
Trying to find where I picked.
Yeah.
I don't like the pick. I think at this
Oh,
point,
it's 41.
you don't
What
want to
am I
bring in
talking
these
about?
players. Oh, you could, but I just don't want to mess around with them. I just want to bring in the players that I know are going to star,
Mm.
who have dropped in price. Like, I'd rather just get fucking Dawson for 522.
And
Or
if you're going Peatling, you'd probably go Marek, who is 472k.
yeah, or like bringing in the players like yes. I know I said not to go people like Sinclair, but like Sinclair or like Tuke Miller's having a great season. They're
Mm.
like solid players. They have the roles. Um,
Yeah.
I want those players at the moment. I feel like you don't go in players like Peatling. Like yes, he might do great, but he's very easily his role will just instantly be changed.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you think?
I don't know. I feel like he's going to be one we've missed, but I feel like there's another bloke that's waiting, and I know he's in your draft team and he scored a 5 on your field. But um if Shea has this mid time, which is so frequent, and he's going to be 400k, I think he's probably a better buy anyway, and you could probably wait a week compared to Peatling. But yeah,
I
if
will
you're going
never put this person in my team.
he's a fantastic flex player. I tell you what.
Scored a 5.
Is that the 5 game?
That's the 5.
Calm down, mate. He was having a bad day. What was his CBAs? Sorry, this is a 2-week time trade, I think, but it's just interesting. He interests me.
I don't know how to read this.
50
Is that it there?
CBAs, 50,
52%
CBAs.
CBAs.
Oh, I thought it was a lot more than that. But that's all right.
52, there's a 46.
He's reeking of Cozzy Pickett vibes, isn't he?
Yeah. So when he's been in there more than, let's say, 45%, he's gone 87, 102, and a 114.
I'm onto something here.
But if he goes 40, 40, 40, 40, he's gone 58 to 52, 79 to 57, and 87.
Yeah, but that's Richmond, though. Don't discredit that.
Oh, am I in Richmond territory?
Yeah,
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're the only times he's gone over 40% here.
Yeah, but now Hayden Young's out. It looks like they need. It'll be interesting as well when Nathan O'Driscoll comes back. But I've heard that he's too sore to come back this week anyway. So it's something to. I'm considering him next week or the week after. I think.
Really,
mate. I'll happily go on the Shy train.
Moving on. Let's move on. Fuck the Shay train.
Shay or Shy?
Shy.
Mr. 5. Mr. 5.
Let's go on to the most traded in players and traded out, and then go into captains. See this?
Yep.
Sinclair, we spoke about him. Saad Hooley, we spoke about him. People bringing in Ned Boxall this week. Hugh Boxall, sorry. Ned Boxall. Fucking losing the plot.
Uh, uh, I, I wouldn't rank. I've heard
If he's not
if
sub,
that's it. Sorry. That's the long-winded answer that I should have actually done. If he's not sub, you can bring him in. But oh, bloody hell, I actually hope people do it so we're together.
I
Please,
know.
fucking
How
hell.
much other people are bringing him in? All coaches, 10,000 people. Wow.
What a peep. This is what pisses me off. I'm at 3K rank and I want this bloke out of my team. He's a dead shit.
You got Jed Buse after one game, a
I've
primo
looked.
rookie,
I've
172.
I've looked at him. He's a 40 and a 50 guy. So don't worry about him.
All right, Cooper Simpson.
I liked his game, but I don't know what they're doing. He was playing a halfback, and you can just wait 1 week. Yeah.
Dane Zorko.
Wouldn't bring him in because Coleman's coming.
Uh,
Maybe.
Day Weeks, we spoke about him.
Yeah.
Jaff. Wow.
He's going to rise in cash, but I think he's too steep of a price. And I think Scrimshaw out. Scrimshaw out could be the reason why he's doing so well, but he is, Scrimshaw.
This to everyone who's bringing in Jaff, this pick smells of you are ruining your season
Point chasing.
or
It's like
trying to come back from
it's
somewhere.
like me trading in SDK, who somehow scored 120 this week.
It's like these people, look at this. No one in the top 1% is trading this guy in. These are people who are out at 50K. They're just trying to make up some ground somehow.
Yeah,
Josh Dunkley this week. I like it.
I like it.
Max Holmes.
If you just go on to Holmes very quickly, I think this is we missed the best to last, and then we can end it here. But or speak about captains. So if you go one last time on DFS to go inside middle, tell us who the best pick is out of Holmes and Dunkley, or any mid. So if you're considering green, I'd probably just
How do
go.
you see it?
I think it's oh god, doing this season stats or something like that. Just wait. Where is it? It's DVP and then
Statistical summary by season?
no defense versus position maybe.
No.
Oh
we
no,
have to
so
pay for
down
that.
strength
That's
of
a pay.
so you have to pay for this. I didn't think you had to.
You do. You got to pay now.
Oh my god, this is AIDS. I'm sure you could look it up somewhere. I might have to figure out how to do it. Well, that's just gross, isn't it? That just no wonder people are sucking at their picks. We don't have the data in front of us. It's like Code Sports. Like
I
you
can't
got
believe these DFS. Who runs this? Can we see support us? Here we go. Can I send him a message?
no, don't send them a message.
How dare you block us out?
Don't do that, mate. You gotta pay $5 for that message. You may as well just give us. You may as well just pay. I mean, we're paying this much for a subscription for the podcast. Why don't we just buy DFS and just ruin every opponent in our cash league? I mean, I'll have to look at the teams, but I think Dunkley's run is shortening. He's got Melbourne and then another good team.
Are you looking at trying to see the runs?
Yeah, well, I think yeah. Oh my god, that's what I asked for, you idiot.
You
said I had to
trying to
pay
look
for
at
it.
the mid.
Yeah, I know
What's
what
it
it's
called?
on. Fucking hell, mate.
Inside mid. Here you go.
Jesus Christ. We're
Not good
struggling
for
here.
anyone. Not good for anyone.
I'd be tempted. Oh,
So where's Geelong? Geelong is
Port
Orange.
and Bulldogs. That's hard. Oh, okay. Yeah.
West Coast, Gold Coast, Essendon, Brisbane, then Richmond. That's all they've got here.
So, and then Brisbane's got Melbourne good, Hawthorn, Essendon. Like I said, I think Adelaide's somewhat good as well. And GWS, they've leaked some points.
So,
I still think Dunkley's an all right pick. Yeah.
Holmes, it looks like it's the better pick.
You reckon? Is it one of those ones where you get one the first week and then the other the second, and just do the break-even game?
It could be. Because Holmes would, because you could get Dunkley for this Melbourne pick here.
Yep.
and then get Holmes up here just before West Coast.
Yeah, so that's what we should do. And you got to factor in buys and all that kind of stuff. So I guess that's what
But
you'd be
here's a nice
thinking.
little stretch. St
Yeah.
Kilda, West Coast, West Coast. Where's the designated kicker? Can we see that?
Yeah. So if you go on the right, yep.
The best designated kicker run coming up. So St Kilda
Oh
is
God, Sinclair's
decent.
St Kilda are gonna. Oh my God, that's gonna be good. But who
How's that
knows?
gonna be? It's you got white,
That
light
just
green,
means
and
it's even.
green
Yeah, it's even.
by Pies. Is it? No, that's wrong. Pies designated kickers always go well.
And it's what there, red.
It says no. It says bad here.
Questionable. DFS put into question by Mister 250 rank.
It
Jesus
is.
Christ.
No, it is because we always leak to halfbackers.
We do. Well, look at Jordan Clark.
Nah, I'm so hot on this right now.
Sinclair.
Yeah, if you can jump on Nass or Sinclair, I would go this week. And who else we got up here on the Pies designated kickers as well? Looks like we've got a bit of a juicy run.
Josh Dacos, you reckon?
Josh Dacos could be a good pick. Also another good run. Sydney have a good designated kicker run. But yeah.
Just quickly, so if you were to rank, and I guess we should have done that at the start, but now we can just speak about it between us together because I doubt people are tuning in this far. But if you were to rank 1, 2, and 3, Dunkley, Holmes, and Sinclair, who would it be?
With the next 4 rounds, would you say?
Yeah, I guess you're trying to trade in that player to do well. So
I would say Sinks first.
Reek's a bad pick, apparently.
Sinks first, and then inside mids just looks like they're struggling against everyone this year.
Yeah, that is true.
Like it's just not really any great runs against anyone. But if you go into Dunkley and then Holmes after this, you would say that you would go home
Dunks and then Holmes.
Dunks and then Holmes.
Yeah. Well, we've summarized all of it. Hopefully you pick one.
And if we come over to here to Rux, if you've got Sherry, let's see. I think Sherry's got the best run coming up now. Is that right?
Yeah.
So non-Gorn owners will have a little bit of relief.
I believe that when I see it, mate. They're all white. He's just fixed your food, that guy.
He just doesn't matter who he's versing because he's the only person who plays
After the
in
buy
team.
can't come soon enough when he's got all those tough ones, supposedly.
But yeah.
Just quickly go into captains, vice captains. I've learnt that it's pretty easy, really. You just got Gorn and Cherry, but for those that don't have them.
So if you're as lucky enough as me.
Yes, they're close.
You would go
Cherry and Gorn are too close together.
No, they're not.
Oh, is that one after the other?
There'll be one after the other, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So it's 3 hours after, so it'll be one after the other. And then
Boyd plays
the last game. So just stay tuned on Sunday, guys, for the VC Sherry into C.
Ooh, Boyd playing the Twilight game as captain. That reeks of late in.
It does, doesn't it? Anyway, if you don't have these stallions, what you can do is just pray.
Yeah, I think
just pray.
I think Baz at Adelaide Oval against Port may be interesting, or Nick VC. But what's your thoughts on a Chad VC against Carlton?
He's projected like massive against them.
He loves them.
Why does he? 176 maybe last time they played.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm struggling to find an option again. I just
Sinclair C on if you don't have if Sherry falls through because you ever had Gorn or Sherry.
Yep.
Um, I'd even go a Nass C
Oh,
on that.
and Brayshaw. Brayshaw is a good one as well.
You can even
actually.
go a Jack McRae C for that last game.
Yeah. Yeah. So would you VC? Would you VC? I think I can. Well,
VC Sherry into C McRae.
yeah. I still like Brayshaw or Dacos in that early game, but I don't know about Nick. He's walking a little bit wounded, and we broke our team for him. So far out.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Nick was getting work done on his quad or ass the whole fucking game, and then went forward line because he was faking an injury. Then after the game, goes and gets scans for his pec. Tell me what's happening.
Come on, Nick. What are you doing, Nick?
He was limping on his right knee and he come out on crutches on his left knee.
And then afterwards, what's wrong with you? It's my pec. It's my pec.
My pec, mate. It's my pec. I just can't. And anytime the cameras went near him when he was in the room, he was just doing this the whole time. Like,
Oh well, that's good. He's not faking the pec. I was like, this pec news, like where
nah,
he
it's
was
bullshit. It's fucking bullshit, mate. He's like a child trying to miss school. He's
Yeah.
just got tagged and he's just making up a fucking lie.
Come on, Ned.
Nick. But yeah, I'm going to stay away from Andy this game.
That's all right. Other than
You could
that,
go Whitfield as a VC option.
yeah, that's thanks, man. I know you look out for me.
Don't worry, mate.
Oh my
Whitfield
god,
as a VC option is big.
and
You got Zorko as a C option
no
against
I'm not doing
Melbourne.
that. Hang on.
You get Track as a VC option.
Oh, there's plenty there. We'll be right. We'll be right, lads.
Yeah. Ed Richards against Essendon.
Lockie Neal VC or Dunks.
Yep.
There's plenty there.
Fucking heaps to go around. But if you don't have Gorn and Cherry,
yeah,
you're gonna be like this all weekend.
I've been like that. I've been all like that the whole season. 2025, just worrying about, just waiting for this ball cunt's downfall, and he's just too good. Now right. I'm just like whatever. Hey, I'm gonna buy Gorn. I'm gonna buy Gorn for $650. I will.
I'm gonna make this my background on my phone.
Gorn and Cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I
make that the thumbnail or whatever you do?
Oh, let me just. This is gonna be the background of my phone right here.
What the fuck, man? That's unfair.
Da, 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 da. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, we should do that at the start.
Yeah. All right. Catches.
See you, boys.